So
What's up, buddy?
it was a really amazing concert.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really interesting. We just drive all day, play, and then...
How many hours have you been in the car before arriving here?
I don't know, we just drive all the time.
Okay.
So tonight we drive 9 hours.
Wow. Must be tough.
9 hours to Switzerland. Yeah, but it's tough. It is.
But you're enjoying it at the same time.
Yeah, well, you know, we just play music.
Yeah.
Aaron, the keyboard player, and I, we just been passing each other book quotes, drinking beer.
But how do you three came together? Because they are a singer-songwriter as well. So.
Yeah, I met Aaron 9 years ago. He lived in Nashville for 1 year.
Okay.
And I met him in the year he lived in Nashville. And I met Paul 4 years ago. He lives in Berlin. He came to my show. He's like, hey man, I like your music. And then we ended up hanging out for 3 days in Berlin because I had 3 days off. And he told me he writes songs. And Paul actually came to Nashville, to Kentucky, just north of Nashville is Kentucky. And we made a record.
Together?
Well, I produce and he sings, and I put some of my friends in the band, and it comes out next year. Okay. It's a really good record. Both Aaron and Paul are special humans.
I have to listen to their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now they're just playing my songs, but...
Do you exchange favor? Do you play their songs on tour for them?
We haven't yet, but Aaron and Paul have played each other's songs together.
Okay.
But yeah, Aaron and I go to Israel after this for a couple weeks, for 2 weeks.
Is that a vacation or a...
It's both.
Okay.
We played 2 shows. We have 12 days to hang out. My mom's coming over.
Great.
But my dad's best friend lives there, and so I lived there 10 years ago. I started writing songs in Israel. I'm not Jewish. My dad's best friend, his brother lives there.
Okay.
And he's a mentor of mine.
That's amazing.
So I go back to the desert.
That's great. I first listened to your music thanks to Spotify's algorithms.
Yeah, nice.
And I discovered that you have a very wide range of music. You don't have a single genre you play with.
Yeah.
So how did you start playing music like that?
I just out of desperation to entertain.
Okay.
I opened up for bluegrass bands in the States, or pop bands, or Americana bands. When I was starting, I would play for different audiences, like from Amos Lee to bluegrass bands, to Casey Musgraves, to The Head and the Hearts, to Shaky Graves, all types of different bands. Having to get people's attention when they're not there to see me, they're there to see the other band. But I also listen to all types of music. I listen to hip-hop, bluegrass, old country, metal. I just listen to all.
Your music.
I'll quote the Lost Boys, which is a hip-hop group.
Yeah.
My music is like the way I am, my spectrum goes this way. So why just play an acoustic guitar?
Why limiting yourself?
Why limit? And what's a genre? A genre is not for me.
Okay.
Genre's for you. or like if I listen to music, then I get to call that what it is.
But if you're a musician, you don't play
for
a genre.
Not just a musician, but if you're yourself. You don't like it when somebody comes to you and be like, you're just like my neighbor.
Yeah.
She had short hair, and you'd be like, no, I'm not like your neighbor. I'm me. So out of desperation to entertain myself, I keep it wide open.
That's great. And you should continue doing that. And the last question is referring to Mac Miller. And I'm a big fan of Mac Miller. I was a big fan of Mac Miller. And I was pretty sad when he died. How did you come into his music?
I was at a festival.
Okay.
In Florida 4 years ago, or 3.5 years ago. I didn't really know his music. I saw him. I was at the main stage. He just came on stage and they were all jumping in the air, and I was amazed. So I was absolutely into the show when I didn't even want to hear music. I didn't want to see a show. I just went outside to get a hot dog or something, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's special.
It is.
And he pulled me in like he did a lot, like he does, and he did a lot of people, millions of people. And so I have just respect for him. The tone of his voice, I like a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And that's a big thing for me, like Meko Kiwanuka. The tone of his voice makes my heart feel something. And so Mac would talk or rap or laugh. He was charismatic. He sang about stuff that everybody goes through. So, which is why it was really sad when he died, you know. He had more albums to make.
Yeah.
He's like, we were just talking about this in the van last night, you know. Elliott Smith died at the time he should have died. His birthday was yesterday, by the way. If he had kept on living, it would have been darkness for him, sadness. Jimi Hendrix didn't die. He died too early. He had more albums to make. Mac Miller died too early, had more albums to make. Some people die and it's like, whoo, thank you.
Yeah.
But some
other people
died
you
too
miss
soon.
them, yeah.
Family member, but just in art. I was really ready for Mac's 6th or what's it? I mean, the next album, the next album, and him growing up. But he felt pain.
Yeah. And that's a bummer.
Well, it's human.
I know.
We hurt, but it's also a beautiful world. So,
can you recommend me 3 other artists to listen to? Emerging artists, if you.
Dylan LeBlanc. You know Dylan LeBlanc?
No.
Start with his album Cautionary Tale.
Okay.
Hip hop, Vince Staples. You know Vince Staples?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not emerging. He's quite famous. Shaky Graves.
Okay.
So then, since you know Vince Staples, we got Dylan LeBlanc, Shaky Graves, and...
Can you tell me again the name of your musicians? So.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, let's start with him. Aaron Embry.
Aaron Embry. Okay.
And then Paul doesn't have any music out yet, but it's
coming out soon.
Rudolf.
Okay. Rudolph.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
But you're the best.
Doing my best. Doing my best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.